My name is Nenad, also known as Tarantula, and today I'm here with you on IB days in beautiful Frankfurt, and I will talk about trading. So how can you achieve your financial freedom, what you should do in order to succeed in Forex market, and how I came to be a Forex analyst and Forex trader. So who am I? Who are you? Are we traders, and what is our story? That is our subject today. So it will be a little bit different because on the first part of this great presentation, I hope, you will find a lot of things about trader psychology, about psychology of the market, and about things that should make you prosper in Forex market. In the second part, we will deal with different Forex systems, and if you like it, of course, you will be able to receive those systems that I have personally created back in days, and I will share it with you. So there will be also some small presents for all of you who are watching during the presentation, so stay tuned. And before I begin, as always, standard disclaimer explaining that online educational materials are available by Admiral Markets Estonia for a global audience. So this is my personal opinion only, and it does not have to do anything with Admiral Markets UK. So this is a global.com website. This webinar is and seminar is for educational purposes. With having said that, we are ready to proceed. So who I am, what's our story, who are you, and are we traders? Let me tell you a few things about me. I've been a full-time trader since 2009. I have come to be well known in Forex trading world by the nickname of Tarantula. And a lot of people ask me, why do you have that nickname Tarantula? Well, when I started to post on Forex Factory, and Forex Factory is, in my opinion, and I think the analytics say it so, that is the most popular website for Forex traders in the world. I've chosen a nickname Tarantula because spider always goes up and down. And when we trade both ways. We don't have a bias. We don't trade with just a bias to go short or long. We need to go both ways as the market tells us so. So in 2009, and there was a financial crisis where everyone shorted euro dollar. And I was one of rare people on Forex Factory who gave signals for trading, not just for shorting, but to actually going long. And well, as a spider, I made swings from the bottom to the top, and that was what maybe in the beginning made me famous on Forex Factory. Those were the days where I started, but I also developed my own methods of trading by reading a lot of different books, especially from Steve Nissen about candlesticks, and my favorite book, that is William Blow, Momentum, Direction and Divergence. Next thing is that I came to Admiral Markets as an analyst, and I need to say that Admiral Markets is the best broker in UK, voted by people from UK itself in 2015. Admiral Markets actually is a leading provider of Forex trading and CFD trading in Europe and across the globe. And really, I was first, when I came to Admiral Markets, I came as a trader. And then I started to do the analysis, I started to post, and actually that my analysis became well known in Forex world, not just on Admiral Markets and Forex Factory, but also on a lot of different websites that are well known, such as Forex Street, dfid.com, Forex Empire, Daily Forex, Forex Daily Wisdom, and a lot of others. So my trademark is what I love to do. So the thing is, I'm not a marketeer and I don't sell anything here. I don't sell any stories or snake oils. The thing is that I love this job. And this job is something that can change you and your future, if you know what you're doing, of course. And that is why I strive to help traders on this trading Forex world. And actually, if you follow me on Twitter, you will probably see that my statement is that I strive to help traders to achieve the goals. That is why we have always on our Admiral Markets global website pre-fact analysis and real-time analysis. So I don't talk about what happened after the fact. The point is that we need to know, and you want to know, what can and might happen. And based on that, you can actually make pips in Forex market. That is my mission. My mission is to educate you, to give you the best possible education, and to give you best possible trade setup analysis. I've also been in Forex Factory top 10 because my thread has it was like 2 years ago, it had like 4 million views. And Forex3.com nominated me and Admiral Markets as best speaker and analysis contributor in 2015. So, as I already said, the analysis has been published on Forex Empire, Forex Street, dfid.com, investing.com, also very influential website, and so on. This is also one of the excerpt from my personal Forex career. You can see that actually I have my own webpage on forex3.com. You can read that analysis there. Also on Forex Factory, my thread is named Spiders Then, and this is the banner that actually Admiral Markets and myself were nominated for Best Sell-Side Contributor and Best Speaker in 2015. These are some of my statements that have been verified on myfxbook.com, and actually here you can see that I've been trading on a lot of different accounts. Now people might ask me, why do you trade different accounts? Why don't you trade just from a single account as maybe most people do? Well, I always say it depends on your goals. It depends on your strategy. It also will impact your performance. Because trading on high account and let's say a little bit bigger account that it's normal, let's say 200,000 or 300,000, is totally different than trading small accounts. Because of that purpose, I have made some different accounts and I've been actually trading on most of them. From time to time I switch and I change, but the thing is I try to be successful. As you can see from these screenshots, one of the accounts is 25%, next one is 130, and next one is 40, and every of these accounts is different. The money that has been invested here is, of course, everything is with Admiral Markets, and the thing is, it's not the same. Some figures are higher, some figures are lower, and that is my strategy. Because I know that you can actually make a big account from a small account. And when I say small account, I literally mean small account. Small account is acceptable and affordable to most of the people who want to trade on Forex market. And that small account can be $100, $200, even $300. Here, I'm showing you that I actually managed to bring my account up from $300 and 50 euros more like to 2,000 and even more. Also, one account that is a little bit higher, is 40% in profit. And if you see, relative drawdown is really, really affordable. Now, you might ask, what does it mean? Because if you go to my FX book, or if you want a statement from any trader, what you will see is actually different figures. Some of the accounts can show 60-70% of a drawdown, while the account is up like 100 or 200%. Some of the accounts can show like, let's say, 20% of a profit with 60% of a drawdown. That is very important thing you need to consider. And that is what we will also talk about today, your risk. Because remember what I'm saying now, and this is the real truth in Forex market. When trading, you don't need to think how much you're willing to gain. You need to think how much you're actually willing to lose. Because when you go into a trading position or in a trading world, the risk is what ultimately matters. And that risk eventually will determine whether you will be profitable or not. I know many traders who are excellent in their job. They know how to trade. They know how to play setups. But their bigger problem, and the biggest problem, is human nature. And that is what I have been really fond of. You will see I have a special ebook for you also, for psychology, that me and my team wrote. And that is the truth in Forex market. People who know to trade and who know how to place positions still lose in trading. Not because they don't know what price action is, but because their psychology is not a proper trader psychology. And that is what we should focus on. You will find a lot of different things on the internet. You will see a lot of systems, literally 10,000 of systems being sold by various people promising that you will make money. Think about it. If that is such an easy task, we would all be millionaires. And I probably would not speak with you right now. So the thing is, it's not about systems, guys. That is the fact. Systems help you make your own decisions. But your decision is ultimately how much I'm willing to risk. That is the drawdown what I have been talking about. That is the drawdown that many traders simply forget. You don't want to trade like a retail mass. You want to trade as institutions do. And that is what you should focus yourself on. Proper trading psychology. Of course, you need to have a system that will help you make your decisions, and definitely proper risk management. If you focus on making pips, not just the money, you will see a big improvement in your Forex trading career. Believe me, because I've been there and I know what I'm talking about. Simply focusing on money is wrong. Be focused on pips, trade with a lower risk, because ultimately you are a marathon runner in Forex world. You are not a sprinter. You need to be a long distance runner. And remember one more thing that I will say. If you stay like this, market will come to you, because market is like a shadow. But if you try to run for it, you will never catch it, because shadow cannot be caught. You need to stand still and let the market come to you. Believe me, if you do that, just think about it for a moment. And even if you just think about it, you will see that I'm right about it. Now, we need to talk about very, very important thing in Forex trading, and that is a proper trading psychology. This proper trading psychology is really what I have been also focused on. So not just, I always do the analysis. You can read each day the analysis on admiralmarket.com global website. You go to technical section and you will find every single of my chart has a watermark analysis by Tarantula, and it's okay. Mostly 80 to 90% of accuracy. But the thing is, still, it's not enough. Because ultimately, I can teach you how to fish. But you need actually to fish yourself. And that is why you need to have a proper trading psychology. So now think about my first words when this seminar started. Are you a trader? Who are you and who are we? Is there any difference between what you have heard for, let's say, a year ago and what you are actually hearing from me now? Think about it. For proper trading psychology, we need to pay attention first to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Then we will go to trading psychology. I will talk about 4 horsemen of apocalypse. And actually those are 4 horsemen of apocalypse in Forex trading: greed, fear, regret, and hope. Trades that are based on either trade or fear or regret or hope are meaningless. Those trades will make your account to be margin called. And that is what we will try to avoid. And a final part will be learning to avoid mistakes. So what exactly you should do in order to make these mistakes not happening to you. So let's start first with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. For all of you who've been studying psychology, well, I'm an economist, but I also study psychology in my free time. This is the essential pyramid that lists different needs. First, you need to satisfy the primary need before you actually move on to a next level. And in this pyramid, there is 5 different levels. Namely, psychological needs, safety and security, love and belonging, self-esteem, and self-actualization. Now, the problem is that if you don't satisfy the need that is on the basic level, you will not climb up. And if you want to climb up, you need to satisfy the previous need. And needs can be objective and physical, such as basic need as a food, or they can be subjective and psychological. And when you come to psychological needs, that means that you're really one step closer to a complete self-actualization or self-esteem. So the first need is actually most basic one, and that is need for breathing, food, water, shelter, whatever you need to satisfy for a normal everyday life, like sleep, clothing. And most of the people who actually are situated, who have their own jobs, their own families, they moved on to a next level. So unfortunately, guys, there is a lot of homeless people in the world. And I personally, if I am to speak about it, I would love really that every single human being in this world can live without a need for a food or for breathing, because that is actually, you know, it's, when you see those kind of pictures, it cannot make you happy. Everyone should have a freedom. Every person in the world should have the right for their own opinion, and no one should object it. We are all humans. And unfortunately, as I say, some people cannot afford those basic needs. If we move on to next level, that is health, employment, property, family, and social stability, you will find a lot of different examples in the world. Some states can offer really safety and security, while some states simply cannot provide a good health insurance. Because of that, because of unemployment, people cannot start families, right? And well, when we talk about it, well, guys, people from these two levels simply are very hard to trade. They're not interested in trading. They're not interested in anything than a survival. So we need to go on to a next level, that is love and belonging. And that is the medium, that is the median of this psychological pyramid. Love and belonging, friendship, families, intimacy, sense of connection. Who do you love? It's very important in your life, because every single motivation you should get from love and belonging. Motivation for you to trade, motivation for you to be financially independent, and motivation that will eventually bring all people around you that are close to you happy. I travel a lot, I need to say. So the thing is, for example, this summer I spent in Barcelona and in Spain, and I really love to actually to meet a lot of different people, a lot of different nations, and that is the beauty of this job as a trader. The job as a trader and of course an analyst gave me that financial freedom to actually meet many people and try to get them in right direction. When I was in Barcelona, I was sitting at a beach with my friend, and we were watching how people are very happy, how people are relaxed. And actually we were approached by a woman, and she asked us, guys, can I sit with you, can we talk? And like every normal people, I said, normal man, I said, of course. And then we talked about, and by speaking to that woman, I saw that she was very happy in her life. And now this brings me to that memory. She obviously satisfied the need for love and belonging. I don't know if she made a self-actualization at the top of this pyramid, but she can be a good trader. Now, why am I saying all these things? Because guys, if you want to be a trader, you should at least begin with this third level. And it's actually a good jump off start-off point, because no one can succeed in a matter of days. We don't have insiders information that we can use like to make money instantly over the night. Persons and people who tell you that you can be a millionaire over the night, they're lying in actually one thing. Only a lady luck can bring you millions overnight. Hard work can bring you millions or money during your career. But overnight, everything that happens overnight has to do with luck or with something that is not common, such as, let's say, insider information that euro-dollar might tank in next couple of days. That is very hard to achieve, but if you are a normal trader or you want to be a trader, you should focus on a hard work, not on luck. Luck is good to give us a push in the back, but actually a hard work is that will make the fruits of your Forex trading. So moving on to a next level, that is self-esteem. We will have confidence, we will have self-achievement, and we will definitely learn to respect other people, guys. That is also very important. And not just in life, because we assume that we should respect every other nation and people, and that is the fact. But another thing is respecting people or other people as a trader. Because I have come to see a lot of different examples in my trading career. One of these examples was in the year of 2010. I was actively involved in euro-dollar trade on Forex Factory. And there were some arguments, who is right about the price, who is wrong about the price. And during the quarrel, people start to attack each other, and I mean literally with a bad verbal communication, who was right, who was wrong. Don't think about it, forget about it. There is no wrong or right, because everyone has their own opinion. You might be good in one single opinion or in one analysis, but maybe next time that other guy will be better in the analysis than you. Maybe he will be more accurate in some part. Or maybe his trades will be bad today, but tomorrow will be good. So you need to respect others as traders. And you should never tell anyone, I am a better trader than you. That's not good. I am an individual and I'm a part of a big team. But when I make the analysis, I make my own decision. I don't read other people's analysis, because if I did it, I would probably maybe have a little doubt in my analysis, because everyone is different. So I respect everyone, but I'm an individual and I believe in myself and in the hard work I put last, let's say, 6-7 years. And literally, when I started to work as a Forex trader, not full-time, but when I started to learn about Forex trading, I spent 8 hours per day literally staring at charts and trying to find the logic behind all these movements. Being an economist helped me a lot, but of course you don't need to be an economist in order to be a good trader. Believe me, some psychologists, and maybe most psychologists, can be better traders than economists. And that is the final step in this pyramid, actually. You see, creativity, morality, experience, purpose to expand your inner potential. Let me say that our team where I work is really huge. And the biggest achievement we had is actually really not just to be the best broker, that is great, but what did we do for you as a trader? Well, let me say that Admiral Market's German office actually made something that is outstanding, guys. German people I always loved and admired because they are hard-working people and they are always very precise. And they actually, German office made a great add-on to our existing platform. It's called Admiral Market Suprema Edition, and that is the trademark of Admiral Market's platform. Admiral Market Supreme Edition has tons of useful features. You can watch videos in German and in English. I also did presentations of Admiral Market Supreme in English. And actually, that is what every trader has to have, because it helps a lot. I don't have the time, nor I have prepared now the presentation, because you can watch it online. But if you want to trade, be sure that you grab Admiral Market Supreme Edition. Even if you are demo trading, you can use it for 30 days. And for live traders, it's actually free. So you can use it indefinitely. And you will see that those features will make you make much better decisions. Those are technical tools that I use literally each day when I trade. And you know, now I cannot say that myself, I think that I'm close here on the level, like, let me say maybe 5 of this pyramid. And I'm not speaking because I have succeeded in Forex world. I want you to succeed. Believe me, that's my honest, really honest opinion. I told you at the beginning of this seminar and webinar, I am not a marketeer. I love this job. And I want to tell you that you can make it in Forex trading. Even if you have been not successful so far, let me tell you that you should reset again, come to the third point of this pyramid, and we will go together and climb together. There is a lot of stuff that has been going. Price action, training school, webinars on Admiral Markets global channel, session recap analysis. I have literally a lot of followers from all over the world who actually follow me on Twitter and my trades. And I do it really for you for free. Those setups that I make for you, actually I trade myself. So when you come to the point of self-actualization, you will be able to teach. You will be able to actually present what you know about your own job or Forex trading to other people who are actually starting to learn about Forex. And the dream of every person, I mean literally or not literally, but every person wants to be financially independent, right? So you as a trader can do that. But of course, I'm not telling you that you can live by trading 10,000 euros. It's impossible. Of course, depending where you live, but in Europe it's impossible. So actually, what you need to do is, I always say when people ask me, can I live by trading 10,000 euros? I say yes, but you can live beneath an underpass, beneath a bridge, not as a normal person, of course. So for that, you need to have money, more money, but in order to have additional money that will make some things happen what you want in your life, you can actually start to trade with a low account. And you can make even from 300 and 400, 10,000. I'm trying to do that personally. I'm stuck now from 300, I'm now on 3,000 and something, but I'm going slowly up and up, and I will show that people can actually start small and end up high. And I call the project low to high build up project. So yes, you can do it. Now imagine if you know what to do and start also with smaller accounts like 5,000 euros. You will be able to bring it up and you can actually enjoy your money maybe as an investment. If you want to retire early in your career, you can start building up your account, and maybe in your 40s or 50s you can retire. But still, remember, I personally don't want to retire because I love this, and I will repeat it until it gets into your heads. And by trading, you will also, majority of you will love to trade. Even if you have losing trades, that is normal from time to time. It will not make any big impact on your psychology if you know what you're doing and you're believing in yourself. And believe in yourself and other people who are also successful in Forex market. Now, of course, it's the time to talk about that is not much popular in Forex world, especially because people think, as I already said, that they can be millionaires overnight. Well, let me tell you one more thing. If you start thinking that you will make it after 2 or 3 good trades, then I need to tell you the truth, you are bound to be a failure. You will be a failure. You cannot make anything substantial by thinking that your trades will be good in just 3 days. because that is the time when you actually are calling out for so-called 4 horsemen of apocalypse. 4 horsemen of Forex apocalypse. And every one of us has been there. I have been there in the beginning because when I started to trade, of course, I thought, because other people were saying, this is great, excellent, everything is good, and if you know what you're doing, you won't have losses. No, that's not the fact. Because in today's market has been really very, very volatile. Market has been different than it was from like 10 years ago. And if we want to be good in Forex market, we need to adapt to our present conditions. We cannot live by our past. We need to adapt to present. Because one of the postulates Mr. Fibonacci was saying is that 1 + 1 = 2, right? And 1 + 2 = 3. Now, how I translated it is actually past plus present will give you the future. That future will become the present in one part, and by summing it like past and present, you will always get the future outcome. So that is 1 + 2 = 3, 2 + 3 = 5, Fibonacci sequence, and so on, right? But if you think deeper into that, you will see that actually everything in your life, not just trading, is past and present, because you have the experience from the past. You do it in now moment, and it will translate into the future outcome. That is the truth in Forex trading too. Because in Forex trading, past always is a present. Historical price action and now moment price action will give us the outcome. If you don't follow the rule number 1, what I said, don't think that you will be a millionaire overnight, then you will call out for the first horseman, that is actually hope. So what is a hope in Forex trading? Well, let me tell you that a hope is the expectation that something will happen. Now, it's a good thing if you start to think positively, saying that your trade will be a success, that you won't be a losing trader, that you will make it, that's good. But if you make a trade and you hope that your trade will be positive because it's negative, something is not correct and something is not right. Trading based on hope is a failure. Okay, so that is the first horseman. It's a failure. If you know what traders do when they trade by hope? They usually make a position, and then when they make a position, they either don't have a stop loss or they move a stop loss because they are hoping that their losing trade will eventually become a winner. From my experience, either by trading, live accounts, and with people who I talk to, the thing is that it can happen once or twice, and you maybe will get out positively. But most of the time, and one time is enough to make your account kaput, right? Don't allow that to happen. Because moving your stop loss during trading will bring your risk up. We will talk about risk during our seminar today. But let's say that normal risk percentage is like 1 or 2%. If you want to make a 5% of risk per trade, think that you are actually crossing into a danger zone. And that danger zone can be very swift for you. The point is that if you want to make 100%, you need to risk 100%. If you want to make 3 or 5% per month, you want to risk 3 or 5%, maybe sometimes a little bit more, but that's not much. Because what I have learned is that we all know banks usually give you 1% return of your investment per year, like 1% of capital gain. With trading, if you make 2 or 3% constantly, at the end of the year, you will be in between 20 and 40% in profit, and that will make you 20 to 40% better than the bank, that bank can give you. Also, hope is cutting the winners in small profit. And if you want to cut the winner in a small profit, you need to have a very good reason for that. One of the reasons is market started to go up, let's say that one market like euro dollar is going up, and then suddenly there is Mr. Draghi speaking, the chief, the head of European Central Bank, and you see that your account, well, the price action is going down, right? So that is a good reason to cut your trade in a small profit or to put a stop loss actually to break even. But if you do that constantly without any good reason, well, you're still basing your trades on hope. You're not rational. So if you make that same mistake again, instead of taking 30, 40 pips, you take 3 or 4 pips, think about it. Please think about it. Don't say to yourself, I'm okay. Don't talk about it, please, because I made 3 or 4 pips and I'm still good. In the long run, you won't be good. That is why I'm saying, in the long run, you won't be good. Cutting your winners short, like cutting it out, it's not good unless there is a very specific reason. You will develop a bad habit of trading by hope. And you don't want to develop bad habits. You want to develop good habits. So actually, in order to do that, you need to simply forget to call the 4 horsemen of apocalypse in trading. And by trading that is based on hope, you will make a huge number of emotional errors. And those errors that you make based on your hope trading will be fatal for your account. Your account will probably cease to exist because you will be revenge trading, you will be over trading, you will be trading based on hope and emotions. That is the reason to come and call for a second horseman. That is fear, guys. This is very, very important. Trading based on fear. Now watch this market cycle of emotions. If you pay attention to the left part of my slide, you will see that actually most traders start to be euphoric when they want to make a trade. This scale to the left side is actually market cycle of emotions. But it's not just a market cycle. It's actually your cycle. Not your literally, mine, your, every single trader. Because we usually start to trade by being euphoric. So what does it mean, being euphoric? Let's say that you yesterday, well, I will mention actually Monday. Monday is a good day because I made a pound-dollar analysis. I remember this is a good opportunity to mention what happened actually. I made pound-dollar analysis. You can read it on admiralmarkets.com under technical analysis. And actually during the webinar on Monday, I also said, during my webinar I made a live analysis and I said pound could probably be sold from 1.33 to 33.20. And actually, what happened is, a lot of traders went euphoric, because usually when I say so, traders simply open the trade immediately, and they don't want let price to have a breathing room, so they want to trade immediately. And I said, guys, wait for the price to come to 33, 33, 20. And then when it comes to that zone, then you can sell. And you should put your stop loss like 33.45 plus 2.5 pips of a spread, not literally, because we use it to cover our expenses. And if you're trading from ECN, Admiral Markets, you will have spread less than 1 pip of most pairs. So I usually add that 5 pips. So my stop loss was 33.50. Actually, what happened? Price went to 33.47. And it was 3 pips away from being stopped out. And what happened is, a lot of traders went from being euphoric to a lower level that is actually, they surrendered. They surrendered. They thought that the trade was a failure and that they will lose a trade. And again, guys, because they base the trades on fear and hope. Hoping that the price will go down, but not being patient, and not letting the trade to settle up, not letting the market come to them. And some traders eventually did that correctly, because next day the price went 150 pips in profit. If you open your charts now, you will see that pound dollar came from 33, let's say 20, it went a little bit up and then dropped to 31.50 and something like that. Don't take me for the word, but it was like 150 pip drop, maybe a little bit more. So if those traders who actually were very euphoric, were optimistic, I'm sure that they would have waited for the market to come to them, and they would at least make 30, 40, maybe 100 pips of profit. But that brings another attention to our mind, and that is the fear of losing. And that is what happens when you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in your system or the analysis, or you simply don't have developed a proper trader mindset. So you see now during this presentation that psychological impact of trading is more important than having a good system, because you won't be using a system like a robot. You're a human, and you based also your decision based on emotions, on your psychological acceptance and analysis of current market conditions. So systems only help us to make a trade, but we also need to behave as we are the system itself. Because when we start to be euphoric, we don't want to trade. When you come to your trading platform and you want to open a trade, think about this, what I'm saying. Don't be euphoric, because if you are, you will bring up the fear of losing. You enter so positively in the trade, and because of some reason, the trade, like our GBP dollar, does not go into our direction. And what will happen actually is, you will start to be feared that you might lose a trade. You will probably lose your trade, you will cut it out, and you will open a trade in the opposite direction. And what happens there, market has already gone up, and you open another long saying it won't drop, but market will drop, and your account will drop. So fear of losing is fear that we will lose money by trading, and we will not make a profit. Guys, sometimes not having a profitable position equals to being in a profitable position. Now you might ask how? Because sometimes market is in a waiting mode, and you should wait too. And if you don't make a preemptive or very early position in the market, it will be probably a profitable decision, because it won't let you in a drawdown and it won't let you into a negative psychological spiral. We will talk about it just a little bit later. So when you try to trade, when you want to trade, forget about fear. In order to forget about fear, lower your risk. How do you do that? Let's say that you want to trade $10,000 account. If you make one lot trade with a 30% of a stop loss, that will be like risking 3% in a single trade. But what if you lower your risk again? Instead of making one full lot with 30 pips stop loss, just for example, because you need to know about your stop loss before you make a trade, that will actually give you a profitable lot size, not over risk, but in a normal risk threshold. And instead of one lot, you can go with 0.3. So if you lose 30 pips, you will lose 0.9%. And you will still be able to make nice pips. Focus on pips, guys. And by doing that, you will be actually able to make 2 or 3 or 5% constantly per month. I mean, sometimes you will have losing months. It's normal. But eventually, in the end of 6-month or 12-month period, you will be profitable much more than if your account was put in a bank. Also think about another thing. Do you want to sweat? Do you want to be nervous? Do you want to be bad to your friends when you are trading? Think about it. Of course you don't, right? But the problem is you will be if you over-risk. I have witnessed a lot of trading rooms. And in those trading rooms, people were actually yelling at themselves. I was saying, I won't be the part of this if you will keep on doing that kind of business, right? It's not a business. It's simply a nonsense. They're yelling at each other because one trader thinks that a price will go up. Other people say, okay, I made a huge loss because of you. No, it's your decision, guys. If it's my decision to trade 1 or 2% or 3%, it's because I don't want to call out the second horseman, Mr. Fear. I don't want him in my vicinity. And if you do it, as I say, lower your risk. You won't be stressed. You will be happy. You will be smiling all the time. And people around you will feel your energy. So, the primary purpose of fear is to defend your body, your mind, from a stressful situation. It's normal, right? It's normal. It's a psychological behavior of each normal person. But when you are trading, you actually don't want to do that, because trading should be relaxed job, business, part-time trading, whatever you do. It should not be stressful. So fear should be totally forgotten. Lower your risk and you will see that you will be relaxed. You will say, okay, if I lower my risk, I can make a stop loss of 100 pips and still risk 2 or 1% in that 100 pips of a stop loss. To the right, you will see different stages here of human behavior. We have disbelief, we have hope, optimism, thrill, euphoria again, and then we go into a negative emotional spiral. So this is it, actually. If you start to be optimistic, your inner self will climb as the price climbs on this graph. And when you start to be euphoric, actually you want to exit your trade. Now this might sound strange to you, because probably no one has ever told you these things, but As I say, you need to adapt to present market conditions if you want to be successful. So trading from optimism is okay. If you are euphoric, you close your trade or you actually scale out, taking half of your position and letting the rest run. We are calling it having a free ride. Or eventually you might put your stop loss to break even, +1, right? And if the trade goes to your break even +1, then actually you won't lose, right? So that is when you start to feel euphoric. You don't enter, you don't jump into a freight train, because jumping into a freight train will make your account go fried from yourself. Definitely it will be depleted. Now if you start to drop into this emotional spiral, guys, that is very, very bad. We will come to this spiral again, but dropping down into the vortex of bad trades will give you the third horseman of apocalypse. And the third horseman is greed. Okay, this is very bad. Now this is, everything started from hope. Remember, hope, fear, and now we came to greed. How this is what many traders are simply susceptible to. Greed is one of your worst nightmares. Greed will make you do revenge trade, holding on a position for too long, hoping that you see, that your position will turn. You will be over leveraging because you want to make up for your loss. And believe me, greed and fear have an impact even on most experienced traders, because it's in our human nature not to accept the loss. And think about it more deeper. If we experience a loss in real life, we are losing a friend, a spouse, or mother, father, a pet. It's that different than in Forex trading. But it's still heavy to both our heart and mind. And we are fighting with that emotions of sadness and despair because we don't want to accept the truth that our loved one is gone. Think about it. It's normal. And just let it go, because the time will heal. In Forex trading, it's different. You need to differ between these two things. Differentiate it. In Forex trading, greed will make you even worse trader than you could ever be. You want to accept the loss, but no, it's different. You won't stop and think about good times in trading. You will instantly make a new trade. You will double the size of your risk because you want to make that 10 pips or 30 pips of a loss with 5 or 15 pips of a win. But what happens usually, you will lose that too. And then you start to swear, you start to speak bad language, bad words. Everyone is guilty. Market is guilty, I'm guilty, maybe your broker is guilty. But you won't accept the truth that you are guilty. Only you, not anyone else. Because you base your trade on irrational thoughts. You did irrational trades. What did I say and what have I been saying all this time? Lower your risk, trade like banks. Don't be the part of retail mass. Be outside of it. Use the best tools. Be yourself. Everything comes up that you are responsible to your own decision and action. So if you lower risk, have a good money management, know when to trade, when not to trade, not every day is for trading. You won't be greedy because you will be happy with making pips. And that pips will be translated in money. Think about this. If you make 3% on $200 account, it's not money, right? It's small part of money, very small. But it doesn't matter. You can do the same thing on 20,000 or let's say $100,000 account. The same thing if you keep that risk low. And you will be able to make 2 or 3% by not swearing, by not swearing everything against you. Even if you lose a trade, you will be calm. 3% is 3%. It doesn't matter the account number or the amount of money in your account. It's simply 3%. It's fixed. But of course, 3% on 100 or $1 million account is not the same. But the logic is the same. And the logic of trading is the same. So instead putting 1.110 lot, you will put 10 lots, right, in a trade. Still being in that risk threshold. That is very important because learning this behavior, first of all, will make good habit for you. And second of all, it will not make you greedy. So one of the worst nightmares will not come to haunt you in your dreams. Because believe me guys, literally in your dreams. I know a guy from Forex factory who actually couldn't sleep. And he came to euro-dollar trade back in 2010, 11 or 12 it was, cannot remember the exact year. And everyone was guilty, everyone. Even my friend who traded with me, every single person who said something against him, he was specific about that. We were all guilty, we don't know anything. He is the best, he knows everything because he lost a lot. And he couldn't accept the fact that he was a greedy person. He wanted too much and he got nothing. Don't let it happen to you. One of the things that it says here, it's greed by definition, and this is not my definition, it's quoted from psychologists. It's a selfish and excessive desire for a more of something as money than is needed. How much do you need? Are you a trader? Think about it. Are you a trader? If you are, then you need to have your business plan. In your business plan, you need to have everything, literally everything, sold out and set up for trading. Trading is not just sit at your computer, open MT4 and place buy and sell. It's not trading. Trading is having a business plan. If you don't know what a business plan is, guys, there is an article on our website. Make a business plan. We already made some books. You can try it, search for it. What your plan has to have. If you still don't know what a plan is, then ask your friend who is running a business outside of Forex market. Did he make any plan when he started his own business? I think he did. If he is successful, every successful person needs to have a business plan. Every successful individual needs to have a business plan and a company. That is the first thing you should learn in school. Making a business plan that will determine your goals and the tools that you use for your business, right? So, are you traders again? I hope that you are. And if you are, after we finish with today's seminar, you will sit down, you will say, okay, maybe Nenad is right. I will change something in my mind and I will be profitable. One more thing that I also wanted to say about greed is every single time Mr. Greed comes knocking at your door, winner trade will be a loser trade. Winner trade will be totally outside of any logic. It will become a huge loser. Not a simple loser, but a huge loser. For example, I have a friend also who is trading equities and he is an excellent trader. But from time to time he makes mistakes. And I'm very open to him. And I always ask him, okay, can you now please tell me what your mistakes are so I can assess it and maybe I can help you with giving you a decision, not about trading, because you know about equities. Well, he really knows about equities and all other things, but sometimes the problem is mindset. And he was very honest to me, and he told me, I am very afraid to have a losing day, because he actually trades a lot of money, and if he turns that into a loser, it would be losing money, but much more money that you can now possibly think he has his own fund and so on. So it's a huge money. And that is, again, psychological thing, because if he risked 1 or 2%, he will actually lose money, big money, but it's not big because it's only 1 or 2%. It can be made up. In terms of money, it's big, but in terms of percentage, it's not big. And I said to him exactly what I said to you. Don't let your winning day turn into a loser, because you will bring up the 4 horsemen. It's regret. Greed will make you revenge trade, and he did it. Greed will make over trade, and he did it. And actually what he came to was number 4, final horseman of apocalypse, regret. And this is the final part of your unsuccessful, potentially unsuccessful mindset. Regret will definitely bring you into a spiral of doom, which we will mention, of course, and go through it after this slide. And I will talk about spiral of doom in the terms of price action, so you will understand completely what I'm saying. Regret, guys. Regret will happen if trader miss an opportunity, but not miss an opportunity just to make a profitable position. I also refer to missing an opportunity to make his day a winning day, and that is actually regret. Then, what if? You cannot change what happened. There is no what if, because what happened, it happened. You need to work on another day, start fresh, start from every single point we have been covering in this seminar so far. Trying to trade from being optimistic, going to spiral number 3, wait for your self-esteem, lower your ego, and try to be in the middle. Reset your psychology. And focus on now moment. Forget about what happened. It was not your day because of some reasons. And focus on now moment. Now is the present. And by connecting your bad past experience, you know what you have been doing wrong. With your now moment, you know what you shouldn't be doing, right? What could be the outcome? Positive outcome. Knowing your mistakes and knowing what you should do in order to avoid those mistakes in now moment. Remember, connecting past and present for a future. It should be really a positive future outcome. If you make the same single mistake again, then sit down and think about it. Think about what I have been talking about. Think about it. Regret will cause you to double, triple, quadruple your loss. Because with regret, three other horsemen will come too. Hope, fear, greed. And every single of them will just smack your account. And unfortunately for you, there will be a time when maybe you will not have so much money to trade because you didn't listen to a proper trader psychology or proper trading mind. Evaluate what happened. And by evaluation, you will be able to assess your mistakes. This is a negative emotional spiral. And now pay attention to this slide. Let's talk about it in the terms of support and resistance. So in the first slide, you will see the slide to the left, the picture to the left, it's a support. To the right is actually resistance. So what can happen is that if you go below support, now I'm talking like I'm giving you the lecture of price action, but it is the price action of your emotions. So if you let your emotions break your support, you will become sucked into a vortex of negative spiral. And swimming from the bottom of negative spiral to the resistance that is boredom will be very hard. But jumping in a negative vortex is much easier than staying on a positive spiral. Same thing again. If you watch the slide, you will see that positive expectations and belief are exactly in the middle of it, right? Optimism is also in the middle of it. Contentment is support, and extreme joy or euphoria is at resistance. What happens, guys? Now let me ask you a normal price action question. What happens when price hits resistance? Important resistance. It usually goes down, right? There is no buying. It is a sell-off. And that sell-off can bring a reversal. Because in every trend, you have the trend and retracement. If the retracement gets out of control, you have a reversal. So we have a trend change. And those are the three major patterns in Forex. Those are the three major patterns in your emotional spiral. When you are euphoric and you hit resistance, your emotions will try and will go down. So when you see that it happens, stop trading. Because you will be positive. If you are euphoric, it means you are positive. You made your day, right? You made money, you made something according to your plan, and don't stray away from your plan. So you're euphoric because you made some good things, right? You're happy. Stop trading. Sit outside of your trading room and you will see next time when you come to trade, you will be probably optimistic, not euphoric, and spiral of doom will be away from you. What can happen when 4 horsemen of apocalypse attack your mind, your psyche, and your account? Simply as it says. First, you will be pessimistic. Then frustration will happen. After all, you will see overwhelming disappointment, doubt, worry, blame, discouragement, anger. We come to anger. Anger is not good. Anger is not good in your life, and anger is not good in your trading. Because when anger is bad support. Anger is like weak support. Think about, as price action. Price or your emotional spiral will break through anger like a knife through a butter, literally. And you will find yourself very, very fast and very, very swiftly, your emotions will be down to insecurity and guilt. And there is support so and so. If you don't get out of it very soon, the final part, depression and extreme stress will happen. Extreme stress, guys, that is... Now, we came to the worst point in your trading emotional spiral and your trading career. Depression and extreme stress can have an impact on your body. And you don't want to get sick, right? You want to stay healthy. The biggest and the baddest things happen when you are stressed out. Think what can happen to you. Especially if you are prone to, if you don't know how to control your anger. It's called anger management. You should control it. Anger simply will bring you down much faster than you expect. And extreme stress is the cause for many diseases and illnesses. The point is that maybe during your career you probably faced it. But okay, face it one or two, couple of times, just to get a feeling how it is. But don't let it happen constantly. Please listen to me what I'm saying honestly, really as a trader to a trader and a potential trader. Don't make it a bad habit. Don't let the stress constantly hit you and your body, yourself. Simply follow things that I'm showing you and that I will be showing you, and think about it, and you should be stress relieved. Don't let it happen. So how we can actually balance need and greed? As I said, try to balance three things in pyramid. Try to be optimistic. If you're optimistic, you make a trade, go to your emotional spiral, to the resistance, close your day in profit, stay away. If there is a bad day, good, no problem, because your risk is lowered. Then even if you had a bad day, you will be maybe bored, you will be at the bottom of positive spiral. But you won't be sucked into negative spiral because your risk is low. You don't have to worry about money, your risk is low. You don't need to worry about greed because your risk is low again. And everything is fine. Fine, not just to you, but to your overall health. Fourth and fifth floor of the emotional pyramid will come in time. So don't hurry to get it. As I say, don't chase it. Don't chase it, because if you're chasing it, you won't catch it. Stay still. Do what you need to do. Think about this, what I'm saying, and you will get slowly to your success, where you will be self-esteem, that you will respect yourself, and everything will be great for you. You will be a positive person. And remember, Forex is fast-paced marathon. So everything happens fast. When there is volatility, you make money. I will be showing you that in my second part, how you can make pips and money when there is volatility. But it's a marathon, so you should run it for a long time. You should be able to run 40 kilometers, 40 years if you want to trade, but not just 1 year or two. If you are going too fast with it, and you are trying to catch it, and you are trying to run as fast as you can, you will get out of the lane, and you won't definitely be a marathon runner. You will be a sprinter. In Forex, it's not good. You are not a sprinter. Also, the thing what I wanted to say, and we will finish with the first part, is actually, no matter what account you trade, is it a big account? Is it a high account? The first thing you need to learn, in order not to bring the fear, not the hope, the fear, is actually, again, lower the risk. And another thing that you should do is assess your winning and losing trades. Every time you make a win, every time you make a losing trade, write it down. Why did I win? Why did I lose? Was there any specific reason that I won? If you see that the revenge trading is the reason that you won because you made up for a loss, that's not good. That you should forget about it. So do once more, when you make a winning trade, write it down. And when you see that the winning trade is because I made a low risk, I followed my plan, I traded when the time is to trade. It's not just trade every single session. There are 3 major sessions, we will mention it. And it's because now I know that I am optimistic, not euphoric. Write it down and try to make a good habit out of it. And finally, write an email to info@admiralmarkets.de. It's your Admiral Market German office, to get the free trading psychology ebook. So you just need to write to your office here in Germany, and they will send it to you. It's my trading book, and I hope that you will enjoy it. So I will talk to you soon. We'll make a break, and until then, just think about this, what I was saying.